What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and we are back here for another one on this Saturday night, all the way before we face the Houston Texans tomorrow. I told y'all I would be doing the 10K show, and the main reason I'm actually doing this is to give you guys the giveaway information, because we're going to be picking 3 winners, and it's simple. And I'll remind you guys throughout the course of this show. I'll open it up to all you guys. You guys want to come up here and talk about whatever, whether it's the Dolphins, whatever the case may be. I'll open it up. But I'm going to be giving away 3, and I'm even thinking about doing a second giveaway in a couple of weeks. But right now, it's going to be celebration that doesn't end, it seems. So the first giveaway is going to be 3 winners. The second giveaway, I'm thinking, is either going to be 2 winners or just 1 winner of something big. So we're going to be doing 2 different giveaways. So this is the first giveaway we're going to do to celebrate 10K. And the first giveaway we're going to do is we're going to pick 3 winners. And you're going to have the one winner is going to have their choice of any hoodie off the Phinside, the NFL.com shop. The second winner is going to have their choice of t-shirt, any design off inside the NFL.com. And then the third winner will get a mug of any one of their choice of any design of their choice. So we'll have 3 winners in the first giveaway. I haven't figured out what the second giveaway is going to be, but I'm thinking it's going to be 1 winner, and it's going to be a big, something big for that 1 winner. You know what I mean? So whether it's tickets to a game or something like that, we're gonna do a second giveaway, and whether it's a ticket or 2 to a game near the end of the season, etc. We'll figure it out. But there's gonna be a second giveaway. So this is the first giveaway, and all you got to do is 3 things, quite simply. And I'm gonna give you guys a week. So I will select the winners on this giveaway. All right, on Monday. December 5th. Okay. So I'm giving you guys 8 days basically, because I'll draw it live on a Monday. So you guys have till Monday, December the 5th on this giveaway. And then after that giveaway, I'm going to do 1 more giveaway. So all you got to do, 3 simple things. You got to be subscribed to the channel. You have to like this video. And after this video is posted, you have to comment on the video. Okay? And just comment on the video. That's it. That's all. 3 things. Be subscribed, like this video, and then comment on this video once it's posted. And there you go. I will draw 3 winners on. That'll be the recap show for the Niners game is when I will pick the winner on December 5th. Shout out to the homie Ronnie, one of the day ones. Congratulations on the 10K subs and for always keeping it 100. Man, I appreciate you and the donation, Ronnie. And I'm going to get into thanking everyone here in a sec, but Ronnie's been here from day one. I see everyone just showing a bunch of love, and I'm going to get to that all in a second. But that I want to stress this, and I'm going to talk about it multiple times tonight just so people don't forget. Like this video, be subscribed to the channel, and after this video is posted, leave a comment. All right? So leaving it in the live chat is not good enough. You got to leave a comment after this video is posted. All right? You do those 3 things, you will be entered into the giveaway, and I will be picking 3 winners on December 5th. Right? Third winner, get a choice of any mug on the shop. Second winner, get a choice of any t-shirt. And then first winner, you can get a choice of any hoodie, because it's hoodie season, man. We're getting into December. And then I'm going to be doing a second giveaway after that. You know what? I might do it maybe around Christmas. It'll be a Festivus miracle. So we'll do a Christmas giveaway too, because y'all got me feeling real nice. And what I'll do is maybe, just maybe, we'll set that up so we can do the giveaway on Christmas Day, right? On either the post-game show for the Packers game or during the Packers game. So we're going to do 2 giveaways. So the first one's going to close. The winners will be chosen December 5th. You have basically till December 4th. And then we'll announce the next giveaway right after that. Man, I got to give back to all of y'all for getting me here, man. I gotta give back to all of y'all. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna do it's gonna be multiple days of Christmas here on Phinside the NFL. All right. I want to go through every comment so far because y'all are showing love, and then I'm gonna open it up. I want to give thanks to everyone too. So Stetson said, "Grayson, great job in giving us great information on our Fins daily. Congratulations on 10K. Appreciate it, Stetson. Awesome achievement. Reason. Thank you, Larry. Brother, what happened? Why aren't you doing these Saturday night slots, man? I'm gonna tell you this, and I've had this conversation, Larry. This community is not the same since you stopped doing those Saturday night panels because everyone from all different corners of this community would come. You were the one platform everyone would come to, whether they liked each other or not, Larry. And I really think, man, it's the weekends aren't the same. We got everyone's got their live reactions on Sunday, but Saturday nights just aren't the same in this community since you stopped doing that panel, brother. I just got to say, man, I got to give you your flowers, man. Shout out to Vicken, been here since the jump too. Jeff says, I do remember day one. We were just a very few. What work you put in, reason well deserved. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you. Ronnie's saying this is going to be epic. William Youngblood, what up, brother? Youngin for Miami, what's going on? Dave Figley, fins up, smash the like button. Yes, smash it because you got it to enter the giveaway. Shout out to the homie Richard Blackstone. Shout out to Samuel Rosa. Thank you for the congratulations. Hey man, I do it for y'all. Shout out to Poke Greninja. I need some clips from the bus ticket episode. Yo, oh man. People forget that. Maybe we bring that up, eh? Why not us? Yo, you're not even lying, bro. How about a clip from episode 1? Man, I didn't even clip anything up. Y'all want some clips? Man, let's take it back. We'll take it. Reason Basement was just epic. Yeah, we'll take it back. Congrats, Reason. Thank you for all your hard work. Appreciate you. Love that intro. Yo, man, 10K. You know what? Y'all are bringing me back. Can't wait for Miami. Yo, let anyone know if you're going to be there for Angel. Appreciate you, Rome. One of the day ones here, man. Fake Spike, it's time. Let me pop open a brewski. Attaboy. You already know if you've been around this channel, we got the Sailor Jerry's on deck. Always got the Sailor Jerry's on deck. Shout out to Franklin. I'm a rum guy. Shout out to James Steele. Congratulations. Honestly, I've learned more information on the Dolphins from you more than anyone else. You're the best. Bro, I appreciate it. Hey, you know what? The fact that one person has said that to me, listen, you just had to stop when I learned from more information on the Dolphins from you. And that's enough for me, man. That's all I'm here to do. Robert says, 10K, let's go. Shout out to the boy Reason. Appreciate you, Robert. Congrats. Chalk Vanilla Straw. Again, one of the original day ones. Justin Vanderberg. Appreciate you, homie. Andre Villarreal. One of the day ones, too. 10K. Congrats. Congratulations, Reason. I'm all on board since the very beginning. Patreon, too. Andre, been around. Rick Hernandez. Congrats, brother. Best content on YouTube. You're the real MVP. I appreciate you, Rick. But Tua is the real MVP. Congrats on the 10K, says Joseph. Greatest intro ever. Appreciate that, man. Ryan. Congratulations. 80850. Congratulations, Reason, on 10K. You made a $100 donation when I went off the air. I want to shout you out, bro. You gave me a $100 donation on Wednesday, I think it was, after the finish line. The show was off the air when that came through. I got to shout you out, brother, for looking out and doing that thing. I appreciate you, homie. You've been around for a minute too, man. So appreciate you, 808. Appreciate you, ton. Very tired at doing this. One of the best screen names on this channel. Congrats, Reason. No one works harder than you in the Dolphins community with research and analysis. You are consistent and don't flip-flop, and you stay true to yourself. We are so lucky. Appreciate you, man. Listen, consistency is objectivity. That's what I'm saying. I try not to let emotions get in the way. Obviously, you see emotions because I'm passionate, but I try not to let it get in. Pokey says, congrats. Appreciate you. Jeff, I'm going to take 10 shots for the 10K celebration. Do it, homie. Bill says, congrats. Yes, sir. Wayne D, the homie, man. You did it. We proud of you, Reason. Hard work pays off. Check out the homie, Wayne D. He's talented. He's a talented mofo. I love Wayne. He's a good dude, man. Yo, shout out to Joseph. Happy birthday to you, Joseph. I hope it was an amazing day and full of blessings to you, my friend. I hope it was. Shout out to the homie King Z305 for rolling through, too. Nothing but love for that homie right there. And obviously, Ronnie with that huge donation. Always keeping it 100. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, my guy. Congrats, Reason. Appreciate you, David. Thank you very much, sir. Woody, appreciate you. Thank you. Let's post all the receipts of the two haters. I don't know about that. we got a Twitter. We got Twitter that can do that. Thank you, Ben, by the way. Real special talk. Congratulations. Thank you, man. And yeah, appreciate all of you in the Phinside family. Q, congrats. Appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you. Darth Logan, one of the homies here, one of my friends outside of this channel. Good dude. One of the few people who understands the busyness of fatherhood. I appreciate you, homie. King Z305, you know I love you, bro. Gene, thank you very much, Gene. I appreciate you. Shout out to you, Dylan. Appreciate you. I'm just trying to show love. I'm not trying to miss anyone here. Shout out to Denisha. Larry, telling you, hey, man, I get it, brother. I just want you to know you had that impact of the community, bro. That's what I want you to say. I want you to know. Shout out to Bari. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Congratulations, SC. James, congrats on 10K. Reason no one has earned our respect more than you. You're the two evaluator, the Mike McDaniel train conductor, and the boss. Brother, salute. Salute. You know what? See, I want to talk about something here before I get back to shouting all y'all out. People always say, Reason, you know, you're arrogant. You always keep reminding people of what you've been right about. Da-da-da-da-da. There's a reason why I do that. Okay, it's not to continuously brag. It's to continuously remind you guys, because we are in the era of social media. People have short attention spans. People have short memories. And it's to remind you guys that, listen, when it comes to source stuff, when it comes to evaluations, when it comes to basically all things football, the credibility that I've built up since I started this channel is second to none. And it's just to remind you guys. That's all it is. It's not about bragging. It's not looking for pats on the back. I'm not looking for high fives. It's just and with the influx of new viewers, I mean, we average about 400 to 500 new subs a month. So with the influx of new viewers, I got to tell them too, because they weren't here for the past 2 years. They weren't here for the past 3 years. They weren't here for the past year. So I got to remind them too. It's the age of social media. People say that as you brag. The one thing I will brag about is I'm right far more than I'm wrong. That's the only thing. But I will also be a man and admit my L's, right? When Austin Jackson had his first 7 games in 2020 and he looked a lot better than my evaluation said, I came up here and I said, yo, man, I might be wrong. Then he turned into my evaluation. I said, no, I was right. Jamar Chase, I undersold him. And I came up here and I admitted I was wrong. Justin Herbert, after his rookie of the year, I came up and admitted I undersold him. But I still would, Tua and Burrow were my 1 and 2. And now 3 years deep, I would still have Tua and Burrow as my 1 and 2 right now. Just saying. Now, if you're going to talk about a naturally gifted guy, okay, let's talk Herbert. But I will admit my wrong. I will admit my faults, but it's not very often. Let's be honest with ourselves. And that should be a good thing. I remind people, not just for credibility, but to tell y'all, guys, I will keep you informed. It is my job to live up to trying to keep you guys as informed as possible. So, again, understand why I reiterate things I was right about. Now, sure, there's going to be those times where I take victory laps, like I've taken 2 victory laps, 110%. But you got to understand, we're living in the age of social media, short-term memory, short attention span, and new subs coming in daily. I got to reiterate. Appreciate y'all for understanding. Michael, I appreciate you. Shout out to Ted, Scotty. Thank you, Denisha. Shout out to Pretty Boy. Thank you very much, sir. And listen, pretty boy, perfect example. Man, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to listen. You don't have to agree with everything I say. I'm not going to agree with everything everyone else says. But if we can have good discussions about it, cool. But it's when people start, going somewhere and start acting like they're bigger than they are. It's like, like I've heard people, I mean, there's a lot of ego going around where just because these people think they're continuously going on panels because they don't have lives, that all of a sudden it makes their voice an authority and stuff. I mean, I've heard some pretty bad takes. And in terms of me being pretty spot on, listen, go back to last offseason. People didn't like what I was telling them about Brian Flores. The pushback I got, people were in my comment section saying Brian Flores is the best coach we've had since Don Shula. How can you say this? Blah, 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 blah. And this was the offseason heading into 2021 when I was telling everyone what was going on behind the scenes, when I was informing everyone. I was just doing my job and relaying the information to you guys, which ended up being 110% spot on. And people didn't like to hear it. But sometimes I got to take those on the chin. I got to take the verbal abuse. I got to take just to deliver the facts. And it's cool. Look at the backlash I got for Will Fuller. I told everyone he was contemplating retirement. He didn't retire right away, but he retired. He never played another game. So, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to, I listen, no one's going to agree with everything I say, but as long as I keep y'all informed, that's all that matters to me. If I got to take it on the chin, I got to take it on the chin. Congrats, Reason. You've earned this. Appreciate you. Danimus, shout out to Reason. Congrats on 10K. Shout out to Upland. Appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you, Daddy Dean. You've been awesome. One of the great people that I've met here. Look at this guy. You guys are crazy. Hold on, I got more donations here. 1017 man, $20, most objective and informative sports channel, bar none. Bro, people called me a two-a-near because I was being objective to the film. Who ended up being right? I wasn't leading with emotions. I was being objective. If you watched every film breakdown, and I'm going to make a playlist going back all the way because I've broken down every Tua snap on this channel with ball game and then with Martin and ball game, whatever the combination has been. I'm gonna show everyone, and you're gonna see it right for you. Like I've been very critical of Tua in film studies. That's just what it is, man. But because I believed in his ceiling still, I was deemed a two-a-near. But whatever. If two-a-near if that's your word for ends up being right, then cool. Bring back the clip when you hosted BM and ball game versus Madden. Oh my God. Congrats, Reason. Appreciate you, Neil. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, everyone. Hammer, Jim. Appreciate you, Jim. EM Baller, Atkin. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, man. With so many of you to get through. Conflict. Congrats on 10K. Been following since the Rosen Truthers and the YBC bum Jordan Howard. Oh my God. Oh, the Rosen Truthers were the worst. We're the worst. Oh my God. Let's bring this back. Okay, let's bring this back. Let's you know what? Y'all inspired me, okay? We're gonna take this back. Let me bring up a few videos here. Okay, I'm gonna bring up a few requests. Okay, let's go back and see the intro for the first ever Phinside the NFL. Okay, free agency recap. Oh my God, look at my beard. Jesus, Lord Almighty. Okay, and then this is like when COVID was at its like peak. And then what was the other one of you said? It was the first episode, but someone else had a really good one. Oh yeah, the Rosen, when the Rosen hit the bus. No, let's go. Let's go. We'll bring that up and then I'll open it up to you guys. Oh my God. Oh, first of all, before we even click on it, I'm gonna just we're gonna go to the list. We're gonna go to the list, and some of y'all are gonna see EM for the first time. Look at this. Check this out. By the way, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new. Let's. Oh my God, let's go. Let's go. This is gonna be classic. Let's take it back. 10K. All right. First of all, let's go to episode 1. We're just going to play a couple minutes. This is crazy. Look at my beard over this. This is nuts. Holy. What date are we at here? March 19, 2020. Look at this. My God.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the very first episode
Look at
of
my hair.
Phinside, the NFL. I'm your co-host, Reason, and I'm here with my other co-host, who you may also know from the TD Fin Talk panel, EM Dolphin fan.
You can hear the nerves in my voice.
What's good, Fin Nation? What is good? Fins up all day, every day. Let's do this.
Every day. And don't mind the old logo, guys. It's just going with the 1-3. That's all.
Oh my God.
So let's do some. Let's do some house cleaning first. Let's go over the free agency signings that we've made this season.
Oh, this is brutal. I can't watch that, man. Oh, that's bad. All right, let's go to when Rosen got, because this was classic. This was when Rosen got, first of all, the thumbnail. Oh my God, the thumbnail. Look at that thumbnail, episode 84 right there. Giving bus tickets out of Miami, Josh Rosen released. Oh my God, let's get into this. This was hilarious. Let's go. What we got here? Oh, I got my old intro and everything.
They've continued to work and grow and implement their program and are setting the foundation for what they want to get accomplished here over the next couple of seasons.
All right, let's get to that. Yeah. All right. Let's see this. Look at this. Look at this old school. Look at that. When I didn't even have an intro yet, I just had like a...
What's good, Fin Nation? What is good? I don't want to say we told y'all so, me and EM, all the way back in October, but it is now September 4th, 2020, 11 months later, and I'm here to say me and EM told y'all so. I mean, let's be honest. Let's get right into it. Not only did we call Tua, not only did we call Rosen, but let's take everyone back, EM. If y'all remember the day that Jake Ruddick signed that futures contract and we were on another platform, who did you say was the biggest threat to Josh Rosen's job? And this was before Tua.
It would be Jake Ruddick, and we got laughed. We got laughed at on that platform in the comment section, as well as individuals on that platform that were on the panel at that time with us. We got laughed at when we made that statement. And my, how is our declaration looking right now to all those individuals?
Let's be honest, we called the whole quarterback situation in terms of drafting who we drafted at 5, Fitzpatrick starting at day 1, which is what we said before.
Oh man. So yeah, we go on the rant there. Powerhouse $9.99 donation. Congrats, brother. Many more to come. Road to 20K. I wanted to donate 10 for 10K, but it wouldn't let me. $9.99 is close enough though. Appreciate you, Powerhouse. Again, one of the guys who's been there since the beginning. Check this one out too. This is right after we drafted Tua. Look at, I'm in my basement and all that.
What's good, Fins Nation? What's good? It is your boy Reason, and we are back with another one. And of course, I got the man, the myth, the legend, right here on screen and co-hosting with me. Guys, you can feel the jubilation from EM. EM, guys, they didn't get to see what you had to say in your reaction other than kind of putting some eggs on people's face yesterday. Let the people know right now how you woke up this morning and how you went to bed. How are you feeling?
Oh, my God. Fins Nation. Nothing but, I'm so elated right now.
That's the quality of the microphone.
We've been dreaming about this all year long. We've been, we spoke into existence a long time ago. Reason. I'm just elated at this point right now, man.
Look at EM doesn't have his voice.
We got in my opinion, we got the best player in the 2020 NFL draft at the quarterback position. Man, brighter days are coming. Fins Nation, brighter days are coming.
And EM was right.
Love this pick.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion,
and you guys know how I am with quarterbacks. I think the quarterback is the most important position on the field because, just in terms of impact alone. And I agree with you, Em. I feel like we got the best quarterback in the 2020 NFL draft. And guys, when was the last time we've been able to say we got the best quarterback in a draft, on the second day? Waking up, guys, it was a little so surreal for me, at least. I was like, wow, Tua's actually a Dolphin. And, we've had more time to sit on the Austin Jackson pick and the Noah. Check it out, guys. The Noah Igbinoghene. You like that? I've been practicing the name.
Igbinoghene.
Yep, Igbinoghene. We've had some time to sit on it. I still think we could have got Igbinoghene at 56 or 70, but like I said.
There you go, man. Oh man, taking it back. Woo! Let's bring some of y'all up. I'll drop the link here. Oh, classic. Some early moments in the channel. Oh man, and there are more classic that we can't show because we're not trying to reignite things like that. But man, this channel has come a long way. You know what? I think there's one more thing I want to show here. Hold on a sec. Let me see if I can find this quickly. Remember what the name of the episode was. That would be the problem. It was. Give me a sec, guys. Let's see if I can find this. I'm trying to find that show where I broke all the that's it. That's the show. I found it. Never mind. I think I found it here. Give me a sec, guys. Let me bring it up. All right, let's bring this up. Shout out to the homie Swamp Donkey Crypto. Thanks for educating the casual. 10K special spot, 20K next. Congrats, Reason. Appreciate you. All right, before I open it up, I just want to show this one quick. Let's bring this up. This was episode 261 when I talked about Brian Flores on the hot seat. Check this out. Is legit from my understanding, and what I mean by that is a lot of people want to just sit there. And so this was June 25th, 2021. Jason LaCanfora and kill his credibility. Okay, let's go. Let's bring this. I want y'all to see what guys. Some interesting news tonight.
Don't piss me off, Reason.
Some interesting news. Appreciate you, Don. Earlier today, Jason LaCanfora dropped an article. And this is exactly what the article said. He's talking about coaches potentially being on the hot seat. 11 coaches that were named, in fact. And he says if things go poorly in Miami, and regression in 2020 shouldn't shock anyone, I believe Flores would actually win a power struggle if it comes to that. Whether or not Tua becomes a thing or not will have ramifications for those involved in selecting him. Constantly running out coaches and players who were just selected the previous year and put in critical positions is an unusual way of breeding chemistry and cohesion and creating that other played out C word culture. There are a lot of rumblings around the industry about all not being well in Miami, which has been pretty much the norm for a few decades now, and people are already keeping a close eye down there. Now, here's the thing. Let's start off with this. A lot of people want to just sit there and drag Jason LaCanfora and kill his credibility and come for him. But I can tell you right now, just speaking from personal experience, Jason LaCanfora is legit from my understanding. And what I mean by that is, if I take you back to the night before the allegations broke with Deshaun Watson, I was told privately that the Eagles made multiple offers for Deshaun Watson. I had also been told that privately that I was basically onto something in regards to having Jalen Waddle as the perfect fit in my wide receiver one to the Miami Dolphins.
And what ended up happening, that was true. All of it. We found out the Eagles did the most research on Deshaun than anyone.
An article came out from Jason LaCanfora literally the next day after I was told about the Eagles making offers. And in that article from Jason LaCanfora, he highlighted that the Eagles had made multiple offers for Deshaun Watson, and in the same breath said that we wanted to trade back up to 6. We wanted to trade back because I believe they hadn't traded back yet by the time the allegations had hit. And it said that we wanted to trade back, but we wanted to stay inside the top 10 because we wanted to take one of the Alabama boys. And lo and behold, who did we draft, right? Now, exactly. Now, in doing some digging and talking with people, apparently I got an echo, so I'm gonna mute you, ball game. I'll unmute everyone when I'm done talking here. In doing some further digging, if you guys remember, a couple weeks back, Jason LaCanfora put out the article in regards to Flores being pro Herbert. Now, I talked to someone again privately, and I was told that this is, in fact, true. That Brian Flores, prior to the draft, wanted Justin Herbert. Just like it's no secret, it's been stated here before, Dan Marino was also in the pro Herbert camp when you talk about the people in the Dolphins that were there. Okay? Now, this is what I'm being told in regards to Brian Flores in the hot seat. I am by no stretch of the imagination saying he is being on the hot seat, but that power struggle that Jason LaCanfora talking about, from what I'm being told, is incorrect. The power struggle I'm being told right now that's going on is between Brian Flores and Chris Grier against Stephen Ross. And what this all stems from what I'm being told, is the quarterback situation. Stephen Ross is adamant that they stick with Tua Tagovailoa. Brian Flores and Chris Grier, they are monitoring the Deshaun Watson situation. They're hoping the legalities go away, and they want to make a move for Deshaun Watson. That's what I am being told where this is coming down from. Now, I've been told Brian Flores doesn't like how Tua Tagovailoa, quote unquote, has been shoved down his throat as a head coach. I am being told that, and this is from multiple people, not just one person, by the way, so everyone knows where I'm going with this. I've been told by 2 different people this, okay? I am being told Brian Flores is the rumor of him not being all in on Tua Tagovailoa is true. I am also being told that Brian Flores, I told you something between me and you, ball game, privately before I went live, where I could basically set Tua stands against Brian Flores, believers like that, if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to put that out there because I was told not to. I am basically being told that Brian Flores isn't happy with the Tua Tagovailoa situation and hasn't been since they drafted him. And that Stephen Ross is kind of putting his foot down and saying, you're not moving off this kid. And I've even been told, as far as this, guys, that if Tua doesn't work out, both Brian Flores and Chris Grier could potentially lose their jobs. And Stephen Ross wants to go with an offensive-minded coach that will either A, continue to groom Tua Tagovailoa, or B, along with a new GM, draft a whole new quarterback in Miami. So this is what I'm being told privately. I mean, there you go. And as the season progressed, if you followed me on Patreon and stuff, you would realize and you would remember. And I mean, I'd mentioned this on other episodes, but then it flipped. Then Greer flipped to Ross, right? If you followed along the drama that I was continuing to leak information to you guys, next thing you know, then Greer flipped to Ross, and then it was Flores all by himself. And then my Patreon post started becoming, it was clearly the coaching staff against Tua Tagovailoa, right? I've gone over that Patreon post on this channel before because that Patreon post, I remember that Patreon post dropped at the beginning of November 2021, right? And if you guys can remember it, I'll bring that one up for you guys too, so you can see. I mean, just how deep this Flores stuff was actually really going. It was literally no joke. Let me see, November. It was November. There you go. Okay, let me bring that up for y'all. Okay, here we go. Let me bring this up for y'all. Okay. So, take this down just to show you guys a timeline. Just because it's been crazy breaking these kind of stories on this channel. And so you see here, Patreon only insider info, our sides being chosen between Tua and the coaches, and Waddle wants out, because I was hearing it was not a good situation. So the stuff I've heard isn't exactly what fans of Tua or those who believe in him want to hear directly from a prominent beat writer. Since last Saturday before the Bills lost, I've been hearing things on Thursday, and I've heard more that's not favorable or painting a good picture of Tua. So I was told divorce is imminent, with the latest reasoning being that he doesn't study hard enough. His teammates don't like him. He isn't one of the guys. Even whispers Alabama teammates don't like him. Najee Harris could have helped the situation, but obviously wasn't drafted. It's going to be either Tua or the coaches by the end of the season, in the sense that it will be Tua gone. Chris Sims talks about Tua not being a game changer. Is thought to have been told to him by a coach on the staff. Tua isn't what he was packaged to be, is what I was told. The belief amongst some in the building is that his arm limitations will prevent him from being a top 10 quarterback. He apparently hasn't worked hard enough to be a leader. And this is all stuff that was coming out. Remember, then all the leader stuff started coming out after this. Plenty of franchises' frustrations are unfairly directed at him, but he isn't innocent. He isn't what he portrays himself to be. And the beat writer is stunned by what he's hearing. And it's true, because look at what he was. He was being a shell last year, right? 5 wins is apparently the minimum benchmark for him to gain some cachet with Ross, and he did that. That was a key thing in this post that people overlooked. He did that. His owners, coaches, and his teammates aren't into him, and they've concluded he's not worth building around. They don't like his ability to throw outside the numbers. All right, so listen to what I had to say about this, okay? You got to read what I said about this. After the October 30th info came my way, I spoke to Nick Hicks, who said his teammates like him and may label him as a recluse. But as someone who saw him with the receivers and the linemen this offseason, I'm told this relationship is strong. Also, dating back to the summer when Nick was describing to me the gym Tua built in his garage that he's been famously photographed working out by Perform, Nick described how inside Tua's house is nothing but double-sided whiteboards with plays and notes drawn everywhere throughout multiple rooms. So this study notion contradicts what I've heard previously from people close to him. I would also say Tua is trying to bring the offense together to work and get better at Perform, is displaying the traits of a leader. What stood out to me is the implication that a coach talked to Sims. I feel like sides are being chosen and character is being attacked on both sides. So again, what was I doing, right? I was giving you guys information Oh, and by the way, with my previous report of Fuller stepping away for personal reasons to contemplate retirement, as well as Xavier Howard being the anonymous PFN where player reported on considering retirement, it seems a mass exodus isn't far-fetched with players willing to consider ending their career over it. That's how badly people were hating Flores. That's the stuff I was hearing. Players did not like Flores and wanted out. Anyways, see, look at what I did. I took all the information that was reported to me, and what did I say to you guys? This feels like sides are being chosen and characters being attacked on both sides. And then later on in the season, I also was the first to break the argument in the Tennessee locker room and how that was going down. And people were mocking Tua when I broke that. Because one of the things I was told was Tua said to him, you can't talk to people this way. And people were mocking him for saying that. And he ended up being right. And I mean, and then what's crazy is, that stuff was at the beginning of November. Then if you go check my stuff after the deadline, there was a lot of back and forth because this is how you could sum up the whole Flores to a situation, Watson involved. Flores and Greer had convinced Ross to make a move. Allegations hit, Ross backs out and says, no, we're sticking with Tua. I'm not touching that situation. Okay? Team goes 1-7. They keep saying, look we can't. And this is all a form of sabotage. Flores kept Tua out longer than he should have been because remember, I was told Tua would have been able to return for the Colts game last year. And they held him out even longer because he wanted his boy Brissett to take the job. So we're now 1-7. Ross is in panic mode. He's willing to play ball. He talks to Watson and his people, says, hey, can you get this all settled? Watson's people said, we can't. Ross says, pull the plug. We're not doing it. And then reports also came out in November, that they had been discussing a change in October. Remember I had the Jim Harbaugh. A couple days before before Flores was fired, I had a report out that I was hearing they were sniffing around other coaches. And I was reporting that they were around Harbaugh. They were sniffing around Harbaugh. And Flores was still our head coach at the time. And then 2 days later, Flores was fired. And I still say to this day, the play that I've been told was, sure, they checked in on Peyton, but they knew they weren't going to get that done. Harbaugh and Brady was going to be the play. If they were going to move off Tua and get a veteran head coach that didn't want a young guy and make it work, it was going to be Harbaugh and Brady. And then the allegations hit with Flores. Harbaugh backed out. That whole Minnesota visit he had was just a song and dance to make Stephen Ross look like, hey, another team's courting him, Michigan. I'm not taking him from Michigan. I'm keeping him from going to Minnesota because he didn't want to affect his alma mater. But it all worked out because, again, on this channel, last year in our OC search in 2021, before we hired Godsey and Stoodsville to be our OCs, our co-OCs when we promoted them, I wanted Pep Hamilton or Mike McDaniel. So, man, we've been on a journey with this channel. Enough of me chatting, though, man. And I'm going to drop the link here, bring y'all up. And before I get in here, too, I want to say this. I want to thank some people, ball game, been down with me since day one, had my back. EM Dolphin fan, the homie started this channel with me. As you guys saw, it was just a crazy, crazy journey with me and EM Dolphin fan. 2 day ones really there. They've always supported me, never wavered. I got to thank the homie Richmond Webb. The fact that I became a good friend with a former Dolphins legend is amazing. And it wouldn't be for this, if it wasn't for this community, man, I wouldn't have had that opportunity. You know what I mean? So I got to thank him. I got to thank the homie Dougley because, he's always looking to help me out, always comes through whenever I need him to, always has my back. Dante Colinelli, we started out basically almost at the same time. We've come up together. Now we hit 10K here. He works for the 33rd team. The homie Neil Driscoll, I remember when he had like over 10K on on Twitter, and he was a big part of the Pro Football Network draft team. And I hit him up because I wanted to, just connect with him. And I remember how willing he was, and we cultivated a great relationship. And sure, listen, I know people try to rip on Neil because he's so emotional at times and he's so back and forth. First of all, it ain't nothing compared to what I see in the text messages, so y'all got it easy. But Neil means well, man. He is a Dolphin fan through and through. There's just so many people. I mean, anyone who's ever come on the show, Nick Hicks has been on the show multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Omar Kelly's been on the show. David Furones has come on here multiple times. Quinn Miners was the first ever NFL player to come on the show when he came on during his draft process. Just so many people who have shown support, and even down to all of you guys who have consistently come up here and made your voices heard on Phinside the NFL. I appreciate you. Martin's become one of my best friends, outside of this. So, I appreciate that, man, so much. He's such a great individual, such a great dude, man. I truly do love that guy. It's just so many, Rhino, Pyro, these guys have supported me so much, and they've been through, even when the bullshit rose to nose level, they were still right by my side, man. So, and loyalty goes a long way with me, man. One thing I've noticed in this, I'm not built like a lot of people in this community. A lot of people in this community want handouts. A lot of these people in this community, they needed something to prop their channel up. You know what I mean? And, there's people out here who are buying subs, and it's so evident, because they do it on Twitter too. It's just, and we've kept it authentic from day one. It's been nothing but the realest since day one. No juicing numbers, none of that. It's just been pure 110% organic, authentic growth. And I appreciate all of you for allowing that to happen, man. It's been awesome, man. It's been quite the journey. And I mean, look at me, those first clips I showed you to where we are now. Now the beard's a little bit more kept and the hair ain't as long, but the environment's changed. You know what I mean? So I want to shout out everyone and all of you, man. I can't thank all of you enough. Rome Gray. So many day ones have shown up today. Ronnie showed up, all those guys. I see Choo Choo here. Rickatic, one of the day ones. Everyone remembers Rickatic has one of the funniest moments here. It's ridiculous. George, Kyle, Scotty Joe's been here since day one. Choo Choo's been here since day one. You know what I mean? Rickatic has one of the most classic moments ever on this channel. It was awesome. Good times. But anyways, let's bring up some of y'all. I'm going to drop the link here again. I got a couple of y'all backstage. Bring a couple of y'all up here right now. Russell, James, Ron, Robert, what's going on, gentlemen?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, Reason. Congratulations, brother.
Hey, first and foremost, congrats on hard work, and I'm glad you're taking off.
Appreciate it, Robert. What's going on, Ron?
Provide Reason, we really do. I think you have the most insight into our team. We get more information from you than anybody else, so we really appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. I haven't heard from you in quite some time. I remember you. Even back then. Remember again, Larry's Saturday shows. Remember we'd go off the rails and talk about fishes for hours. And I'm telling you, man, that's a part of this community that I don't like. And this is just from my perspective. I felt the impact of the loss of, because when the wife would go to bed on Saturday nights, I'd sneak downstairs and hop on Larry's panel. And that was the one place where it didn't matter who agreed with who and who was on whose side. Everyone came there.
That's true. Absolutely. Because
me and Pete squashed the beef. I thought me and Pete had squashed the beef over there, but the guy runs his mouth about me constantly. But, Pete
just wants to be contradictory. That's all.
That's it. Daddy Dean, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Doing all right. I got Daniel here. He wants to say hello to everybody. My son Daniel.
Daniel, and
What's up, Daniel?
Daniel's the one you took to the Dolphins game last year, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You interviewed him.
What's going on,
the Colts
Daniel?
Game.
Yep. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
Thank you for interviewing me and stuff.
Oh, no doubt, brother. I hope you're doing well. And I hear there's another one in the background. Lucky you, Dean.
Yeah, that's my grandson in the middle there.
Oh,
in the picture.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
awesome,
yeah. So I'm very blessed. I like to thank you, Reason, for all that you've done for us and educating us. And I'm just a casual fan, but I learned so much about the game through you. I appreciate it, man. Congratulations.
Bro, you know, you've always supported the channel, always been involved in the fantasy leagues and everything like that, man. I just appreciate you. And hey, your son's a fan. Awesome, man. I mean, I gotta start toning it down a little bit now that I know that the kids are watching, So
no, I just let them come in to say hello. I watched the show like we talked about before. I edit the show and then I let them watch it afterwards.
Awesome. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, I should do a better job on my behalf, so you don't have to do any editing and waste time because you're busy enough. Shout out to Josh Williams for the $20 donation. He said, well deserved. You're one of the hardest workers and you have a family. Can't say enough of how much this community appreciates you. Appreciate you, Josh. Also, one of the guys who used to come up here all the time, D1. What's going on, bro?
What's good, Reason? How everybody
doing, buddy?
I'm good, and you, bro?
How you doing, bro? The Tua hater hunter. What's going on, buddy?
I mean, everything is well. Everything is really well. We have people scrambling and wondering why Dolphin fans have to attack them for their bad Tua takes. And I'm like, hey, you spent 2 years kicking our guy into the dirt. You can't handle 2 months of us gloating. They're not going to make it. They're not going to make it to the end of the season.
D1, you haven't gone hard enough yet because they're still clowns like Pete.
They're not worth our expenditure, guys. They're not worth it. Just enjoy the ride.
Oh,
Wait till we win. I'm telling y'all because I see it on Twitter, right? And man, God bless anyone who hated on Tua when we win a playoff game. I'm telling y'all, man, especially the Dolphin fans, because this is what I don't get. And see, I get what you're saying, Ron, with there's people out there that want to be the contrarians. I get all that. My whole thing is the guys literally do and I said this yesterday. This shows me how many people really watched Dan Marino because he's doing things, and Dan was a far more gifted passer, but Tua looks like he might be one of the most gifted pocket passers ever, and he's doing things Dan never did. And dude, to this day, when I create a player in a sports game, I wear 13. Okay, It doesn't matter what sport. Dan Marino, Mario Lemieux, my two biggest idols growing up, and Dan Marino set the bar, and the fact that Tua's now doing things that Dan never did. And see, you know what I don't like about the whole, he's doing it against bad team. Are you saying Dan Marino never faced stretches of bad teams in his life?
Of course he did.
You know what I mean? And it's like these people's unwillingness just to give this kid his flowers when he's done more than earn them.
And Reason, exactly. Things that Marino has never done in a Dolphins uniform.
Well,
has anyone this season repeated Tua's performance over the last 4 games?
No.
Nobody's had. So he's doing stuff that nobody in the league has done.
Josh Allen looked pedestrian compared to Tua against the Lions.
Kurt Warner's only
exactly.
And the Lions had Okudah when Tua was out there. They didn't have Okudah when Josh Allen was out there.
These last 3 weeks, they always say, "Oh, you played the Lions. Oh, you played the Bears." But yet,
Bears
when these so-called elite quarterbacks.
Pass defense, bro, when we face them.
Exactly.
The Lions, and they won 3 straight.
See, that's what I hate, bro. When people generalize, all of a sudden they blanket, right? Like we're going to say, we're facing one of the worst defenses. Well, hold on this week. Well, hold on. They got the worst rush defense, but the Texans pass defense is like 14th.
I thought it was not. It's not 9th. I thought I saw somewhere it says actually 9th.
Let me bring it up. When I did the comparison.
Yeah. While you're looking that up, Reason, there's a point that I wanted to make real quick, if I may. I just want to say something specific about Tua. He's going to do something else.
14th, bro.
That
there you go.
Dan Marino has never
Yeah, right there.
And he's going to bring us a Super Bowl championship.
Dude, I honestly think he's going to, bro.
I think we're going this year.
Can I be honest with you? I keep looking at this.
Another game.
Well,
I think
I'm
they can
telling
win
you.
out. I agree. I think they can win out.
If we beat San Francisco, everybody.
When we signed Tyreek, I said we're gonna have a 3-year window until that 50 million cap hit things in. The way they're building it, it looks like they're trying to build, and the way keep Brandon Shore in the building because of how he structures. Don't let that man go. Keep paying him because of how he structures contracts. Boys, I think what they're building is sustainable. That's what I'm like.
How is it sustainable if you're gonna hit 50 million for Tyreek? Like, what happens there?
You restructure them.
They restructure it.
But this year,
that's why.
Hold on, one at a time. Go ahead, D1. Go ahead.
I don't know reason if you watch Brent Coleman, but he finally made his video on Tua, and one of his questions,
the one that says hate.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he had a segment where he said, "Is this sustainable?" And he said, "Why wouldn't it be?"
Yeah.
With the combination of speed, Tua's efficiency and accuracy, and McDaniel's play calling and creativity, like this is sustainable. This is not going to fall off. Defenses have yet to figure out how to play us yet.
I'm so glad that
D1, the other thing too is if Jalen Waddle continues to develop and he becomes a top 5, top 3 guy consistently, if you have to move off Tyreek, you just replace Tyreek with Waddle and you go get you get a dependable, speedy receiver to be your number 2, and you just keep the cycle of progression going. Because also Tyreek's gonna be like 32 in 3 years, isn't he? Like at some point he's gonna. I don't think it'll happen at 32, but at some point the legs are gonna start to slow down a little bit.
The running game's gonna get better, and it's gonna even make it that much easier for these guys to get open too.
I think it's gonna be worse on defenses because we've only had the running game for 2 weeks. So you're just getting used to it. Sorry.
What's going on, Tyler?
What's up, Reason? How you been?
How you been, man? How you doing?
I've been good, man. Just been working and shit.
Enjoying? You're loving life right now, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You wake up and take a victory lap around the bedroom, huh?
Yep.
Every day.
I ain't been having to say nothing, do nothing to it, doing it for me. I was never worried.
But like you know what I've come to the conclusion of watching all this, and I don't know if all of y'all agree with me. If social media would have been around when Marino was, these same people that are killing Tua would have killed Marino for never winning. But they're the same ones who want the Herbert gifts. Go figure that one out.
They would have been down for the Buffalo. Every time he goes to Buffalo would have been Marino's fault.
Yeah, bro, we would have got Marino got roasted by this fan base. People don't realize it.
I don't think people have gotten stupider in their football takes. It's just that more people have an opinion now because of social media, and we're seeing that there's a lot of casual football fans.
No, we know people aren't stupid, but people are still trying to die.
Whoa.
There may be a small.
Hold up. I have to disagree with you all. People are dumb as rocks.
Yep.
A person that's smart. People are dumb as rocks.
Yeah, there's a small sector.
They just put too much emotion into it. That's really what it comes down to. They don't.
No, but my thing is with the analysts and even people on Twitter, it's like if you wrong, you wrong.
I don't think they watched Tua. They didn't watch Dolphin games. I swear, the people that had these horrible Tua takes
that's it.
Watch Dolphins football.
That's really where it is.
I wanted to piggyback off of something that you had said. You had said that this was sustainable.
Yeah.
I am literally call me on it right now. Like, this is my receipt. If Tua stays healthy next season, we go undefeated.
Oh,
Jesus. Damn.
And the reason why I believe that is because we would be undefeated with Tua this year. And the fact that they're going to be that much better next year because they're going to have a full year.
Yeah, year 2. No, bro, I've been saying since the offseason, year 2 is the year where we're going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be able, like, ironically.
Well, this is supposed to be the learning curve, and look at us right now.
Exactly.
I mean, we're just now starting to run the football.
That's why I'm saying.
I thought Tua would be this next year as opposed to
bro,
this year.
I thought top 12 this year and then top 5 next year, and he really enters it.
I could have told y'all with McDaniel's office he was gonna be in the top 5. Like, it probably reminds him of his college days, the playbook.
Absolutely.
Yeah, wait until that running game gets going. Wait until that running game's an actual threat, because it's happening right now, and it's just going to keep going.
I pulled the receipts last Saturday. I pulled the receipts last Saturday. I've been saying since the offseason, I've been balking at the Jimmy G comparisons, and I've said no.
Yes.
Matt Ryan MVP is his ceiling. I just didn't think it would be this quick. Good God, even I can admit I didn't think it would be this quick.
I did.
And it only also points to our defense being healthier next season too. So you got to consider all those areas.
Ezukama coming in will be big too, man.
Russell, this is somewhat similar to this is the 50th anniversary of the 72 season.
This
If you add that
reminds me of the 72. Actually, this reminds me of them building like that. This is why
exactly. And what happened the next year,
about
Russell?
to build something very special.
And what happened the next year, Russell? Because next year would be the 50th anniversary of the 73 team, and the 73 team was better than the 72 team.
Guys, think about this.
If it stays healthy next year, we're going undefeated and winning the Super Bowl, and we're going to do it. We're going to be the only team to do it twice, not once.
It's amazing how comfortable and in control of the offense Tua looks, and he's only played 7 games in his offense.
Yeah,
and he
so true. It's a great point.
I don't think we'll lose another game this year.
Hello.
I haven't seen Tua lose when he starts and finishes the game. I got Jets fans ask me, so realistically, D1, like, what's your record for the rest of the season? I'm like, most likely we go undefeated. Oh, you're a homer. I'm like, bro, I haven't seen Tua lose this year.
Well, you know what's crazy, D1? You know what's crazy? I'm gonna do you one better. Really, the only game we've seen him lose in the last 2 years is the Tennessee game. Because the Jacksonville game and the Atlanta game, that was all on coaching.
I was there live. That was crazy.
Hey, Reason, if you go back, like counting backwards, the dates backwards, Tua's only lost twice in a full calendar year, because his last loss was October 31st, which was the second Bills game.
More than 16 games.
Like the second Bills game, that was the last time Tua lost. Was the second time we played the Bills, bro. Do you know how long that is?
Man.
I just think that like why people gotta start asking themselves. I know people I gotta flip it on people, because people are trying to say to us, what are you, Tua fans, or are you Tua fans, or are you Dolphin fans? Well, I gotta start asking people, are you Tua haters or Dolphin fans? Because
honestly,
you're winning. As a fan, you're winning. What's there to complain about?
Watch the games, man.
And you're winning in spectacular fashion.
Too many people just don't want to give up the fact that, for whatever reason.
Yo, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
I had someone yesterday in my comments, and I've called this out before. Have y'all noticed a lot of the Tua haters that remain are the Flores apologists?
Yep.
I mean,
yeah.
Of course.
And I said it yesterday. Accept your L's.
That's
Flores
it.
held them back.
That's it.
Flores wasn't the guy. And Tua, you were wrong about Tua. Because all they did was hitch on, our coach doesn't believe in Tua. I don't believe in him either. That's what they did. And now they're like sinking with 2 ships at once. And
it's wild to me.
Why are you still defending this Flores guy? He's not even your coach.
Yeah, I don't know how you can defend a guy who obviously put out the worst possible offense in the last 20 years that I have watched football, and I'm 23 years old.
I agree.
That's why he won.
What do people honestly expect? Do they expect greatness with shit? You go to your job. They give you these tools to work. You expect these tools to be busted, rusted, and you coming out here trying to build a house with one nail and no hammers?
A rusty nail and a half-broken hammer?
What the fuck did people honestly expect? Like, that's what made me so mad about this whole Dolphin thing. How do you get mad at someone for being in a shitty situation where if it was y'all, if y'all was in that shitty situation, y'all would quit? He can't quit.
And if you watch the
Look
game,
what Baker turned into.
He showed you
exactly.
Promise. If you watch the games,
he
showed the promise.
He flashed.
He was healthy in the first year. He never should have played that early. I mean, look at the game he had against Kansas City, man. I mean, that's just how do you knock that game?
Stop naming the Kansas City game. That's what they used to say.
I will say this, even though I disagree with it, and I agree with you on the take with him playing his first season because he wasn't injured, I don't think we have right now if we didn't play that year.
Yeah, the experience, the in-game
Yeah, the experience helps.
In hindsight, it helped, but at the time, Ron was right. He shouldn't have played.
And that's why, I'm victory lapping right now, against all these Jets fans because I've been telling them Zach sucks. There's no redeeming qualities. I did my film work on them.
Well, you know what? He's exposed all the casuals because I've said this before. You can tell a couple of things. You can tell those who have actually watched film and evaluated players before, and you can also tell those who understand the development process of a player in the NFL and have actually, gone through the process in terms of evaluating it and watching it. You can tell, you can tell this is the first time a lot of people in this fan base, with or without platforms, have ever evaluated a player, let alone quarterback play under a microscope. They've exposed themselves, bro, and they were exposing themselves back then. I was trying to tell everyone.
Exactly. That's why you have to separate the casuals, and there's nothing wrong with being a casual. I mean, you're a fan of a team. But there is two sides to a fan base.
People don't want to admit they're not only not the smartest in the room, they're by far not the smartest person in the room. That's what it comes down to.
That's why I'm victory lapping against these Jet fans, is because they threatened me with violence. They insulted me. They threatened to shoot me.
Hype in the offseason?
Yes. I mean, bro, I was told Zach Wilson is better than Tua like at least 1,000 times in the offseason. At least 1,000 times.
Not only that, the Mac Jones narrative.
D1, what did I tell everyone? I said, yo, Mike McDaniel, best coaching signing of the offseason, but don't sleep. Darrell Bevell, arguably one of the best signings of the offseason. And then did you hear Bernie Kosar, D1? Bernie Kosar said he sat in on their quarterback meeting, and the way they've married the Shanahan offense and the drop back Shula offense with Bevell and with Bevell and McDaniel, he said, I didn't realize it was so sophisticated and comprehensive the way they put this together. Bro, people don't understand. They tried to sell us guys last year at the Elite 11 and shit just who had friendship, but they didn't go out and get real. They went out and got a real quarterback whisperer and said, listen, we've given you the weapons. We've given you a quarterback whisperer. And I said this, he's either going to sink or swim because of what they put around him. And this man's doing backstrokes, bro. He's not even just swimming.
You did countless shows. You did countless shows in the offseason praising the coaching staff that McDaniel hired. I mean, we all knew that it was a slam dunk when it came to his staff. Like we all saw like what it was like 70 years of football experience combined or something like that.
Yeah.
Like we're seeing the fruits of having a great coaching staff. Something that Flores could not put together to save his life.
It's beyond that.
Because I think Z-Man was in this space. Z-Man, who's that dude who he's the Buccaneers fan and he has all those different logos in his profile?
You mean my troll RTP?
Check this. I think Z-Man was in that. It was in that. All right. I've been waiting to victory lap on this motherfucker when I see him. Okay. I was in a space maybe like 9, 10, 11 months ago. It was the off season. And I said to him before I kind of backed off spaces because they're getting real toxic. And what I said was I was going on about keep your highlight reel quarterbacks, keep your big arms. This league to win is all about efficiency. Efficiency. 100%. I said elite efficiency, elite accuracy, elite and a high football IQ will beat that big armed guy 10 times out of 10 every time, right? I said that's how Brady literally beat a dynasty of it. Then this guy chimed in and he's like, well, what are you talking about? I said, bro, what are you talking about? Go to the Super Bowl game. Brady didn't make any big throws with the Bucs. Nope. He made efficient throws to Gronkowski, took what the defense gave them, and they won. He was efficient in that game. I said, and then look at last year. Joe Burrow. This is why I've been wanting to go in there and victory lap on this guy. Joe Burrow's whole playoff streak was efficiency. That's what it was. It was efficiency.
Yep.
And then now, I was brought that up, and he tried to argue that. Now look at Tua. Tua is a top 2 quarterback in the NFL right now. Why? Because he's the most efficient quarterback by a fucking quarter mile right now.
And the only reason
he gets the ball to his playmakers,
and
man.
The only reason he's number 2 is because Mahomes had a 3-game head start. The only reason he's number 2. He'll be number 1.
Look at our own history of Bob Greasy. Bob Greasy did not have a big arm.
Efficient. He was efficient.
Bob Greasy was efficient. took what the defense gave him, and he won 2 straight Super Bowls.
Same thing with Earl Morrall when he had to step in for him. He was the same kind of quarterback.
I said it today. Oh, my bad.
And then what was our quarterback when we went to the Super Bowl a couple years before? What's his face?
Woodley.
Marino.
David Woodley.
Yeah, and what was he, Ron?
He was a running, scrambling quarterback that had to come out in the first half so Strock could finish the game in the second half. Wood Strock.
That's what I said, man. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Z-Man. Go, Z-Man. Go.
I said earlier on Twitter. I said, listen, man, all those tools don't mean nothing to me if you can't hit a 5 to 15-yard pass accurately. You know what I'm saying? You could have the strongest arm in the world, but you air milling that bitch like Zach Wilson did.
So you mean like a Herbert then? You mean like a Herbert?
Well, like Herbert's problem is he gets on his knees and chokes every.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I'm gonna tell you this. Listen, we can say what we want about Burrow and stuff, but Burrow and Tua got that dog in them. Herbert got kittens,
Herbert doesn't. Herbert doesn't. I've been telling him that, and I'm going to victory lap. I'm a victory lap on everybody because I feel as I was the first person on earth who brought up Herbert's fourth quarter interceptions. I've been talking about his interceptions for a year and a half now. Those fourth quarter.
Go back to his college tape.
I have a 95% hit rate.
Since his rookie season, I've literally said he's a more gifted Phillip Rivers. That's all he's going to be.
Go back to his college tape, man.
He wanted the tie. He didn't want the ball. He wanted the ball.
When I saw that's the pin, that is when I realized he don't have that. When they flashed him on the sideline, he said, "I never wanted."
That was crazy.
I never wanted to tie so bad in my life.
That was crazy.
Dogging you, man.
You know what the
bird is?
No. No, that should have been. I've never wanted to beat someone so bad in my life. What are you talking about?
Exactly. He has no dog. That's why he has a career losing record. He's never been over 500 in his career record. Every time he has a chance, say like he's 20-20, and he finally has a shot to get over 500 for the first time since you've been in the NFL. What does Herbert do? He'll throw a fourth quarter interception and he'll lose to the Jaguars or he'll lose to the Texans.
I can't wait for that game. Tua's going to make Herbert look real bad. I'm telling you, we're not losing that game.
You see, to me, though, what it boils down to is that these people who still want to hold their stance against Tua, you already know straight up, and from the beginning, you knew straight up that these guys are not guys who have played sports. If you've played at a high level, anything, even if you've competed at a high level in your backyard league, you know that a big part of that position of quarterback is not the flashy part. It's being able to get the ball, especially when you get a team like this, get the ball into Jalen Waddle's hands, get the ball into into Tyreek's hands. A guy like Herbert, I've seen so many people flash things on Twitter saying, "Oh, if the Dolphins had Herbert, they'd be insanely different and so much better." No, that's not the case. The case is if they had Herbert, they'd be holding the ball. The timing wouldn't be the same. He'd be trying to force it into pockets that he shouldn't be forcing it into. Tua is an actual playmaker, and he's doing it in different ways than what people are used to doing, and that's what's kind of.
Somebody said that to me the other day that if Herbert was on the Dolphins, would be undefeated.
Yo, Reese,
first of all, we're already undefeated with Tua out there, and for two. Herbert is 1-4 versus the AFC East in his career. He's 1-4. So who is he? So if he was in his division, he'd be getting dog walked by the Patriots, who he lost to 45-0, and he'll get beat by the Bills. Like how would he be a good quarterback in this division?
B1.
I say something?
I was on TD's panel, and this was right before the 2020 draft where we drafted Tua, and he asked me about Herbert, and I actually came out and said Herbert's a bust. And the reason why I said that is because our kid gets happy feet, doesn't no pressure. I don't think
not a bust.
TD. This guy right here remembers. You can talk about Herbert all you want, TD, but you wanted Isaiah Simmons or Derek Brown. You didn't even want Herbert. So I don't know why Herbert's name keeps coming up. Because you didn't want Herbert. So, and that goes for a lot of people in this community.
Bro, nobody wanted Herbert. Nobody wanted Herbert based on his college film.
I can name
exactly.
One of the first guests I ever had on this channel, QB Film Room, he had Herbert as his QB1. And he looked like a genius after his rookie season, but what since then? But anyways, there was only I can think of about 3 people off the top of my head that wanted Herbert, And so that's why all these people who talk about Herbert, no. Don't be history revisionists. Y'all didn't want him back then, so don't use him as the example now.
Reason. Why would you want a quarterback that has 15 fourth quarter interceptions, bro? 15 fourth quarter. If he just threw half of those fourth quarter interceptions, they would have been to the playoffs in back-to-back seasons.
And how many games would
Wait, is that what he currently has for 3 seasons?
He has 15 fourth quarter interceptions. Yes, that is currently where it stands.
He's pretty much Ryan Tannehill.
We wouldn't have won the Ravens game. I don't know. Whoever told you that, D1, you just go to the Ravens game. There's no way Herbert would have brought us back.
No, because I haven't seen it. How are we going to say somebody's going to do something if we've never fucking seen it? Sorry for the F-bomb. Herbert has never thrown for 4 touchdowns, let alone 4 touchdowns in 1 quarter. Herbert has never thrown for 6 touchdowns.
It's
Herbert
more than
never
that.
came back from 21 points down.
Can I say something here? It's more than that. Justin Herbert cannot play in this system. Period.
Yeah, that's it.
He does not have a quick enough release. He does not do his first and second reads quick enough, and he has mediocre at best anticipation.
It's true.
He has a strong arm. Sure, he can hit that 60-yard bomb, but he can't hit that mid-range pass like Tua does. There's no way.
What's a 60-yard bomb if, we all know Herbert is one of the most dink and dunk quarterbacks in the league right now based on how they run their scheme. Sure. But what's the purpose of having a big arm what's the purpose of throwing 100 miles per hour on a 3-yard dig route? Like, what's the purpose?
And he doesn't throw with anticipation the same way either.
You remember the Jets lost, D1? You remember the Tanner Connor drop?
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Okay. Now that was bad on Tanner Connor. We can all agree. But Skyler got to take blame because Skyler didn't touch it to him. Skyler freaking rocketed it to him 8 yards away. And that's the thing. Listen, who was it? We went over it. There's guys who, Breeze. People talk about Breeze. Breeze threw one of and Brady, right? Tony Gonzalez. I read the article yesterday. Tony Gonzalez said he threw one of the most catchable balls. Tua does that. Tua throws. But that's why we heard last year. Remember when people were trying to put the drops? They were trying to put on the backspin, and people on the team were like, no. He throws one of the most catchable footballs we've ever had. That's not the issue.
And you don't hear that about Herbert. That's why
he does.
Chargers fans always complain about them being top in the league in drops. And I'm like, bro,
that's why he's so, when you get outside of okay, listen, you go back to year 1, go watch when we played them and go watch when the Patriots did them. You know how they beat them? All they did was push him to the sidelines, because when you push him to the sidelines and he has to go beyond 10 yards, that's when you need touch. And if you don't got touch there and you're just rifling it, not everything, you're going to throw guys out of bounds. You're going to throw it out of bounds yourself. You need touch to make the.
He has no difference. Okay, he does not have different pitches. All he has is a fastball.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all he has. And that's why the Chargers would always lead the league in drops. They will always lead the league in
that's why they should have never let
interception.
No, D1, have you not noticed? Have you not noticed that? Okay, we would all sit here and say, if you were a Chargers fan, if we had no choice, we had to take 1 year, we would all agree we'd take rookie Herbert. We could all agree with that, right? We could all agree. If we were going to take Herbert 1 year, we'd take Herbert. Have you noticed what's the difference? Pep Hamilton's not around.
And the league's caught up.
Yeah.
Pep, the quarterback whisperer left, and he did not. Because if you think about it, I brought this up. One of the big red flags about his Oregon tape was if you look at him from a junior to a senior, he didn't look like he grew.
He didn't progress, and he hasn't grew at all. And I said that too, Weezer. I said that to a Chargers fan 2 months ago. I'm like, or like a month and a half ago. I'm like, yo, it looks like Herbert hasn't evolved at all. He's the same quarterback.
He still doesn't throw with anticipation.
Yeah,
and that's why I tell him, I keep telling him, like, yo, y'all need to fire your head coach. Oh, nah, it's not his fault.
They will. They're gonna bring in Sean Payton.
You need to fire. And reason when they do, I can't wait to call Herbert a coach killer. I can't wait to call him a coach killer.
Yeah, if you don't work under Herbert.
If anyone can do it, then it'd be.
Last year, he wasn't expected to start until.
Herbert, a coach killer.
He got thrown in and was playing on the fly. And that's just, and it was to him. So, it was all set up for him to do well with that offense.
Bro, like, he needs an actual offense. Like, I didn't even understand why would they hire a defensive-minded head coach to be their coach when you have a young quarterback like that.
Just replaced their coach last year.
Yeah,
Yes.
they got rid of an offensive coach and they brought in a defensive coach.
Exactly. And reason that first year offense is better for Herbert. I don't know why they went to this Drew Brees because they have Joe Lombardi as their OC. Drew Brees type offense when Drew Brees' arm was broken down. Like
he doesn't see the field.
The last 2 years of the Saints offense. That's what they're running right now.
I think Dr. Draft just read it for you. He doesn't see the field that well yet.
He has no anticipatory skills. So
and every time Herbert makes those interceptions, it's never his fault. It's never Herbert's fault. I've never seen a quarterback that's had 15 fourth-quarter interceptions, and he's never blamed for any of them. It's always, the receiver ran the wrong route. The tight end, it went between the tight end's hands. It's all this other BS.
Hang on.
If that was Tua,
but you hear? Yo, D1, did you hear this year they're giving them now it's the offensive line. And it's like, why didn't Tua get this, man?
Yeah.
Last year, this guy had a top 10 offensive line.
Did you see the
hypocrisy? They wasn't. Hold on. It's his offensive line now. They wasn't saying
it's his offensive line and his weapons are injured now. It's because he didn't have Mike Williams and Keenan Allen.
You want what's crazy? You want what's crazy, D1? You want to know what's crazy? Keenan Allen. Okay. If you look at Keenan Allen actually put up better numbers with Phillip Rivers than he did with Justin Herbert. And Keenan Allen is a top. Look at the numbers. I'm not even lying. Keenan Allen is a top 10 route runner in the NFL and a top 15 wide receiver. And Mike Williams is a top 25 receiver. And you're one to get Hunter Henry as well.
Exactly.
The only thing you didn't have the offensive line. You have all these weapons. Just get the ball out.
Plus a defense now. They got a defense now.
Now they got it. Yeah,
their defense is injured now. JC Jackson is out and Rosa is out. I called that one too.
They added all the guys they added get injured.
But see, the thing to me is isn't it just a little funny that we're sitting here a few years into both these guys' careers and they're both starting to look like the player we thought they were when they were in college?
That's why you can't judge a player.
That's why I don't understand why these people don't jump on board the Tua train that are Dolphins fans. This is what we've done.
My thing is when
my first appearance on TD Finstock in 2019, I said you give quarterbacks 3 years. By the end of year 3, you know you have a good idea of what that player is and can be in the NFL.
This isn't new. Go back 20 years. All these great quarterbacks coming out, but they're coming into terrible situations. Look at David Carr. He was a great college quarterback, but he got 75 or 80 times his first year, so he's got happy feet.
Houston ruined him.
He ruined him.
So this has happened over and over and over again.
Which
I don't get it.
Which makes Tua that much more impressive because we didn't ruin that guy somehow over the 2 years of shit.
If we would have stuck with another year of Flores, we would have. We would have won to him. If we
another year of Flores, it would have been over. Go ahead.
It would have been over for Tua's career as a starter in the NFL. It would have been over for him being on his team if we had Flores for another season.
My thing is the past 2 years when Tua, we saw Tua that he was struggling because the team around him wasn't fit for him. And we tried to put some context into why his game was the way it was, the way we saw it on the field. And now with Justin Herbert not having the same, weapons on the field, his O-line's having problems, and they're not blaming them. I'm like, what a bunch of hypocrites.
They give him an escape.
They're apologists.
Let's be honest, boys. Even before these injuries, where Sean Slater fell down, all this happened.
Corey Lindsey.
Oh yeah, Corey Lindsey went down. Man, let's call it what it is. The playing field got even, and Tua turned into the guy he was at Bama, and that was a guy who's better than Burrow and Herbert. I don't know.
100%.
Actually, guys, how many of these rookie quarterbacks would have endured with the professionalism that Tua has? What Tua went through 2 years.
And that's what Zach Wilson doesn't have.
Different.
And Tua got healthy.
Exactly, D1. Look at Zach Wilson. He's turning into a baby. Baker was a baby about it.
And
another guy, watch Zach Wilson's tape. It's not good from college. It's just not.
And that's what drove me crazy with Jet fans is that they were literally saying Zach Wilson is better than Tua because he has a strong arm.
That's the only thing he's got.
Still not the worst offense.
Dr. Draft, because I know you watched a lot of them and I watched a lot of them. Bro,
yes, sir.
Outside of the pocket, Zach Wilson was incredible at BYU.
Oh, yeah.
He needed to come in that's a guy who needed to come in the NFL. He needed a Darrell Bevel. He needed a Pep Hamilton.
And Andy Reid.
Yeah, to make him a pocket quarterback.
100%.
I'll be honest with you guys. He didn't get what he needed coaching-wise with LaFleur and them in the Jets, and he is who he is now.
But
the guy's a quintessential project. I really loved his tools. The problem is what's between the ears. His feel for the game was not there. His feel for the game was never there in college. It's a possibility, but there's very few guys who have turned straight tools only into a successful career at that position. Look at guys. There's a long list. We don't even need to name them, but he's going to be one of them. And I honestly, if he was a prospect that got drafted by the Dolphins and we didn't have Tua, you would have been excited about the potential. But it's a low percentage play, and it's playing out because he doesn't have the coaching staff. And I like Saleh, but that's not the coach for him.
Dr. Draft, let's be serious. They drafted the biggest boom or bust quarterback.
It's a fact.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were both boom or bust, pretty much.
They were both the biggest.
They got one in Green Bay too, behind Aaron Rodgers.
Yo, back in 2019, and EM can attest to this. I was saying I liked in 2020. I was telling everyone 2019, 2020. I was telling everyone I like Justin Fields more than Trevor Lawrence. I didn't see the Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence.
No, there's not. The accuracy wasn't there with Trevor Lawrence.
But I'm shutting my mouth up, Dr. Draft, because we all need to. I'm going to tell you why. We got to see how the Calvin Ridley edition plays out because that could.
You're right.
Well,
imagine that you give him an elite weapon, see what might happen. This is a team sport for a reason, man.
But here's the thing: they're going to start believing that this jump from Tua. People's gonna look at this and like, okay, this is what you should do for a young quarterback. You get him weapons, you stabilize the O-line, you get him an offensive minded head coach
D1,
and everything.
This is what I said to people. D1, these fans that hate Tua, you saw it happen right before your eyes.
With
Josh Allen. What are we talking about? Bro, go back to my bro. Exactly. Go back to my 20 because I do that as preseason roundtables. Go to my 2020 bro. I had fans in the comment section saying, get a Bills jersey. You're a Buffalo fan, all because I said Stephon Diggs is going to take Josh Allen to the next level. Watch the step he's going to take this year. It's going to be scary.
But reason, here's the thing.
Because I think if Josh Allen didn't have a UCL injury,
they think Zach Wilson can do that. No, but I don't think people realize how bad Zach Wilson is.
There's a gap there.
It's not even because they're like comparing Tua's. They compared Zach's benching to Tua's benching, and I'm like, whoa.
It's not even the same thing. No.
This is not the same. Don't do that thinking that this benching is just like Tua and he could take that jump like Tua did. Like, no.
You can't blame
Zach Wilson never put anything on film that is close to Tua to make you think he can make that jump. There's no film of Zach Wilson.
He was offensive line. They drafted weapons. So they were doing the right thing to build around it.
They did. You're right.
They got that Tennessee game that they lost, which Zach Wilson could look kind of decent. They still want to hope of that.
And you gotta give kudos to the Bills because look at how hard they've even tried to give Josh Allen a running game. Like they've been
Are they really
trying though?
Are they really trying?
They drafted James Cook this year. They drafted Zach Moss last year. I like Zach Moss.
Reason is all fluff to me. Reason, you know why?
They're trying.
It's all fluff to me. Reason, you know why? Because running the ball is nowhere in their identity. Like I don't even think they practice run plays in practice, honestly. Because
they run QB powers.
It's like they don't care to run. They don't think about running. In situations where they should run, they don't run. The running back is Josh Allen. He's their running option.
Yo, D1. Is that a dolphin banging the Tom Brady?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Hey, Reason.
I know.
How bad does Allen miss Debo right now?
Can't you wait to get Devin Singletary on the cheap because they haven't used them right, and then he just signed balls out with us? It's gonna be great.
I do like Singletary. I won't lie.
I'm sorry. I want Tony Pollard next all season, so I don't forget all that. I want Pollard.
Bro, again. When remember the rumors of X being traded and I gave 5 or 10 trade packages, and my top trade package was Tony Pollard and a first for Xavier Howard. And people in the chat were like, Tony Pollard. Who's Tony Pollard? Screw this guy. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, y'all are nuts.
I've been playing on Pollard for a year now. I've been playing on Pollard for a year.
This was last offseason before the draft.
We got Jeff Wilson and Mostert now, guys. We got
Bro, I want Tony Pollard.
No, bro. I will let go of every running back in our running back core for Pollard next year.
If you can get him in, if you can, Tony Pollard and a healthy Jeff Wilson. Oh
my gosh.
Yes.
Oh.
But
it's just
he may
unfair.
be asking for the bag, though. He may be asking for the bag.
Who, Pollard?
Yeah, he may be asking for the bag.
He will because he's outplayed Zeke, bro. I'd ask for the bag.
Yeah,
and then
but a bag for a running back anymore is not as much as it used to be.
Yeah, but I don't think this front office will pay for a running back at that
You know why
level.
I wouldn't, bro? Because I actually think he is a perfect scheme fit.
Bro. I salivate when I see him running. I think about our scheme. Yes.
Yeah,
but do you think this front office pays for that?
Oh my God!
We didn't think they'd pay $30 million. For
That's true. That's true.
Honestly, I do.
After draft, if he wants like $10 million, how much did they give Chase? 5.6 or what was it? 5.6, something like that.
But do you think Jerry's going to let him go? I think Jerry's going to let go of Zeke just so he can keep.
Well, you also you guys got to consider the big.
In all of his interviews, it feels like he's supporting Zeke. He's like,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, you guys are also,
bro.
Him and Dak are Zeke and Dak are. You know what I mean? So,
well, you also got to consider the fact
I'm convinced Zeke has some information on Jerry Jones or something.
Hey, reason.
If the front office realizes that we have the talent to compete and going out and making the moves that they made.
But
over the hump.
The other
it's
part
just
of
not
it is
wise to spend that amount of money on a running back for me. As much as I love Pollard, like we would have to, really restructure the cap and everything like that.
They can make it work. They're great in the front office in that way.
And here's the other part of it.
Hey, reason.
Players are going to want to officially come to Miami now. We are a contender. We have no state income taxes. We've got Tyreek Hill. We've got Jalen Waddle. We've got players on this team who will attract talent here.
I'm looking at Zeke's numbers right now. So this offseason, a release before June 1st is an 11.8 dead cap. A trade is 11.8, and they only save 4. But then a post-release, they would save or trade. They save 10.9 million, and the dead cap is 5.8 million. So
it would have to be post.
Yeah, it'd have to be a post June 1st trade.
Reason, real quick, man, while I'm thinking about it, I just wanted to let you know, man, I remember back 2020 coming up to the draft. We might not want to speak that other channel, but you were on TD's channel, and just to see what you've grown, man, I just wanted to shout you out real quick on the 10K, because this is a cool platform and I'm having a lot of fun, man. Didn't exist before you were around.
Show? Did you watch that show?
Yeah.
Do you remember when EM came on?
Yeah.
He's just yelling at everyone.
Dude, I miss EM, man. We got to get EM up more often, man. There's a lot of entertainment back in the day with EM.
He was going to come today, but it's actually his dad's birthday. So.
Oh, okay. Shout out.
Hey, Reason, I got to get out of here, man.
Appreciate you.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up soon because the wife's like, yo, you're supposed to be up there for an hour, and it's been an hour and 40 minutes.
Can I just say something, guys, before I go?
And I'm going to have the post-game show tomorrow night after the game, so we'll be... Anyway,
first, I want to ask a quick question. Everybody is in agreement that we have basically the next Bill Walsh as a head coach?
Absolutely.
Okay. I've been calling him Don Shula, but Don Shula was not an offensive genius.
Yeah, you're going to the West Coast.
Right. His forte was in relating to his players. So in that respect, we have
Shula. It's the Aviators, bro. That's why you call him Shula. It's the Aviators.
Anyway, I think he's a genius. I know he's a genius. I've studied him since Reason let us know that he is a candidate to come over here. And do you realize how much more this offense can get better?
Oh, yeah.
It's about to happen.
I don't think it hit its peak.
Think about the tight end position, gentlemen. How much better can we get at tight end? I love Gesicki, I do, but he's not a fit. Not at all.
Bro, tell
we
me
get somebody like Kittle.
Tell me you wasn't upset yesterday, or on Thanksgiving, watching the games and see all the tight ends get yak after the catch. Like I was
Exactly.
really upset watching everybody else's tight end.
I will tell you this though: a lot of the reason we're not getting there's a reason we're not getting a lot of yak. Okay, the reason is they're playing too high safeties and they're coming down and attacking the mid. So instead of doing these little short passes and slants over the middle, we're attacking the mid, and they're right there. Now sometimes when they bite on the mid, we go over the top, and Tua doesn't even have his timing yet over the top. Wait till he gets his timing. Holy crap. They're not going to
Jeff
be able
Wilson
to attack
addition, I think, unlocked that next part of the offense.
That aspect of the game is going to happen next year. Next year, you're going to start seeing the bombs from Tua.
You gave about Yak and Tua throwing 5-yard passes is all bullshit. They're 29th in Yak in the league.
Yeah, he's 34th. He's 34th in terms of relying on Yak with his yardage.
But I'm just talking specifically from the tight end position.
Like
he doesn't break any tackles to even get Yak.
No, I agree. He is not a great fit.
But if defenses start,
how many tough catches have you seen him made in the back of the end zone when he has to fight through contact?
Never.
Very few. One last game, but the dude ripped his arm apart.
I remember one last year where he went up over 2 defenders and caught one, but he didn't have his arm ripped down. Every time he grab his arm, he can't hang on.
Yeah, every time you grab his arm, he can't hang on those.
Absolutely.
But he had that Ravens one in the back of the end zone.
He's got to be wide open. Needless to say, I don't think they re-sign him for $10 million or more next year. Okay,
well,
I think he's gone.
After this year, I'm done with the second.
There's a reason they're doing a project with Tanner Connor. Okay, guys, you want to see improvement? You're going to see improvement in the fullback area, maybe a backup, and they're going to probably experiment with new tight ends. Okay, tight ends that can block. Tight ends that can beat man coverage, which Gesicki has the worst time doing because he's a long strider. He's not very quick in the first 10 yards. But tight ends that can still catch, like Kittle. If you ever watch San Francisco's film, Kittle is beating safeties on a post route, a fake corner post route for 80-yard touchdowns. That's what Mike wants. You're going to see a big addition. You're going to see the biggest turnover we have probably in the tight end position. Exactly. And they're going to search for guys that fill the role that Kittle does.
And we'll get a compensatory pick for him too, right?
Yes, but not till 2024, guys. It's not next year.
I think the only guy that has a chance to make it is Smythe. Tanner Connor, but I'm talking about out of like Hunter Long, Gesicki, and Smythe.
He's the
only one that has the chance to stick around.
Because he's the only one that's a good blocker. He's like the typical tight end, but he doesn't offer you more.
And we have proved that we don't need more right now. But when they start taking out Waddle and Hill, then we need to start going to our other weapons. And that's exactly what you saw against Cleveland.
I know people are going to hate me when I say this, and I love him. And I always say he was the sleeper pick of this offseason. But Alec Ingold, we need to find another fullback.
Well, right now, this is the way I see it developing.
He's no Kyle Juszczyk, or however how you say his name, Juszczyk, or even a Patrick Ricard, or
pretty close.
I don't know, man. He's better than Ricard. He offers you more in the pass game than Ricard.
Absolutely, he's better than Ricard.
I like Ingold a lot.
I do too, and you know, I think they do too.
Well, I gotta find out what the beef with Ingold is because I've been contemplating an Ingold jersey. This guy's a baller, bro.
Oh no,
he's gonna be here.
Ingold, but he's like the linchpin to the offense. So we need somebody that if something happens to him, who could be that guy?
No, I agree. They need a backup. Absolutely.
I think they love that. They love that Lovett kid, bro.
Yeah, love it.
Yes.
Yeah, we barely seen any of him
because he got hurt.
Yeah,
but mark my words, guys. The way forward in this offense.
He was working with Tua and all the boys that perform, eh?
When
Ingold was out.
When they added Lovett on top of Ingold, then I already knew what was about to happen with this offense.
Oh yeah,
mark my words, guys. They're gonna try to get a couple more duplicates for Hill and Waddle as backups, and they're gonna try to get a different type of tight end to start as a tight end. For Hill and Waddle
on the contract next year, bro, because I want to sign him to an extension or something.
I mean, going forward, no. For now, Sherfield's great. He's probably going to be part of the team. I see them having more than 5 wide receivers down the road.
Is he here? How long he signed here for?
2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
So I got a question for you, Reason.
And Ezekama is gonna. I imagine if Ezekama comes, because here's where I'm at with Ezekama. Watch him be the red zone threat we always wanted Parker or Gesicki to be.
It's the only thing we're lacking right now.
So he signed. I'm pretty sure he signed a 1-year, $1.187 million contract. So they got to re-up him.
See, these guys are loyal enough to Mike. They'll go on the practice squad.
He's made some money this year, I think.
Yeah,
I have a question for you, Reason. So I know that you were talking about Von Miller earlier, and I know we got the Bills coming up, I believe, in 3 weeks after this game. I think it's week 15 we played them.
After this game.
Based on what you're hearing, does it sound like he is going to be available to play against Miami when that game comes?
I haven't really heard anything.
I've heard some news on that. He's not out for the season. He's not out for the season, but he will be out. I think they said he's out for the rest of this season, but he'll be back for playoffs.
So what I heard was that they were waiting for the swelling to calm down to see if he could play with a brace or not, or whether they had to shut him down.
But then
they said it was going to take like 2 weeks for all of it to calm down and realize whether he can play with a brace or not.
See, but the Bills in a precarious position because then you put in his next year's season in jeopardy.
Bro,
does that change the way they have to play?
You're putting the wrong guy all the money, baby. I love it.
So do you want to just sacrifice this season with Von Miller to get the surgery so he'll be ready,
D1,
or you want to wait?
D1, I think they should put Von Miller out on the field tomorrow. If you want, let it ride, baby. Let it ride.
Hey, they're rolling the dice with Josh Allen too.
So
dude,
my question to you,
honest with y'all, especially after what you saw them do to us a couple of years ago when we just didn't get off the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I would have rode Matt Barkley for a couple games and seen just 2
games. I would have too.
Listen, we overcame losing Tua for 3 games. Are you really the best in the AFC East if you can't overcome Josh Allen for 3 games?
But you have to understand the position they in, Reason, because everybody in this division has a winning record.
But but D1, I think we can both agree. I feel like after the bye here, the Jets for real, the Patriots also probably are going to start to even out. I think.
I don't think the Jets will. They rolling out with Mike White. At least Mike White can make.
Is that who they're rolling with?
Throws.
Yes.
Yeah, Mike White.
Mike White
is the number 2 QB. He's back up.
Not even going to be
Mike White is.
They're going to fade.
No, I would have went back to Flacco. Flacco had like
300
games in a row.
They're going to fade, guys. They're going to fade.
They're going to fade. They're going to fade right back.
The Patriots are playing good defense right now.
I think Flacco's their best chance. I don't think Mike White's their best chance.
The Patriots play good defense and they run the ball.
So my next question for you, Reason.
They're going to finish ahead of the Jets.
I can't stand the Patriots, but they're doing what they always do at this time of year.
Swept the Jets already. So I think
the Jets going to finish right back in the not available when we play them, are they going to play?
Quick question. Quick question for everybody. Does anybody think we're going to see less too deep against us coming up? Do we think anybody's going to start? Because we're tearing that up. So it's like every week I'm like hoping somebody's going to make that mistake of thinking, okay,
they can't. They're scared. They're scared
to death.
I know, but it's like it's not working right now.
If it's really windy, then you may see it.
Especially
that's true.
Look what just Cleveland showed. Cleveland showed that you can take away the vertical threat, but then Tua showed, take away the vertical threat, and then
I can throw to everybody else.
They have no answers, guys. When Tua plays at this high of level, gets the ball out of his hands in 2.5 seconds or less, and they're 25 yards down the field when he does it, they have no chance to stop us.
That's precisely why.
And unless a lineman completely whiffs on the block, you're not getting there fast enough.
Exactly.
That's precisely why I think
we could get stopped is if we stop ourselves. That's honestly
It's health. I think health is the only thing that can stop.
Because there's honestly probably 4 or 5 different players if we lose could really mess up a lot of stuff for Miami.
We might be in trouble.
You know what they're going to try to do? I hate to say this. They're going to try to take out Tua. They're going to blitz the
can't even touch him.
You can't get close to him.
Of course.
They'll take a penalty. You watch, especially the Bills. You watch. They did it once already.
I think the Jets and the Patriots might try to play some man.
Plays.
Yeah, I just said Matt Milano dirty, but
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? A 15-yard penalty at the cost of taking out the starter, and they automatically win?
The only way you stopping this train.
I told you this was going to happen.
Yeah, but see, now the microscope's on because Tua's playing well. So it's a little bit different if they would have done that last year than this year.
Yeah, and Tua's got respect around the NFL, I think.
Put up like 4 touchdowns tomorrow just so you can have 22 touchdowns so you can get in 20.
I have been telling everybody, I would love 4 touchdowns. I want to see him lay 8. I really do. I want him to break the damn record.
Yo.
He's not going like 340.
He could do that. He can do that. If Mike McDaniel keeps the gas pressed, that can happen. He can do that in the first half.
He's not going to stay in the game for that long.
Matt Ryan put 350 on the Texans.
Hold up. This is a beautiful time to be a Dolphins fan because we're sitting here somewhat realistically talking about putting up 8 touchdowns, and yet we have Dolphins fans who are still upset and refuse to get behind this train, man. I can't believe it.
If he throws for 6, 8 is possible.
It's only possible if Mike McDaniel lets it happen. That's the only way it's going to happen. If Mike McDaniel says, "Hey, let's get him the record," it could happen.
Do we punt tomorrow?
No,
we don't.
Think about.
This is crazy.
Thompson play the whole fourth quarter.
Second straight game, no punts.
Yes.
It's going to be an NFL record.
Yes, on that one.
I think Tua's going to get benched again because the game was going to be out of reach. You might as well just say
it. We've gone from a head coach benching him because that guy didn't know how to operate an offense. Our quarterback's getting benched because he knows how to operate.
Bro, I sent the tweet out like
that's crazy.
Bro, I said with Flores, Tua gets benched because he didn't believe in him. With McDaniel, Tua gets benched because we blowing teams the F out.
For the first time in 3 years, we've been blowing teams out. That's the first time in 3 years.
Yeah,
Think about
I
that.
don't even count that San Francisco game with Fitz because that whole
it was all defense.
Do you remember that corner that we were picking on that game hadn't played like an NFL snap his whole career? He'd been like a practice squad guy for like 5 years, and Fitz was just picking on him the whole game. Like,
how many turnovers did we get in that and sacks? I mean, we were crushing them on defense.
We crushed them, right? Jimmy G, we crushed.
But hold on, Reason.
That's going to start happening again.
Hold on, Reason.
No, we can't play that defense.
Do not give them Niners an out. Because they had Debo out there. They had Jimmy out there. They had Kittle out there. They had Ayuk out there. They had Trent Williams out there. They had their running backs out there. And they couldn't do ish on offense versus us.
That's true, and they had Mike McDaniel, too. They had Mike at the time.
Jimmy G had like 2 or 3 picks.
Exactly. That's 3/4 Jimmy. Every time we play Jimmy G, he never finishes the game versus us.
McDaniel mentioned that he remembered that game when he was hired.
Yeah,
but bro, I'm talking about their defense. Their defense was so depleted. They had like literally guys stocking shelves in their secondary.
We also had Byron Jones playing at a high level. We had X playing at a high level. We had our whole defense playing at zero blitz. We had Byron last year.
That's not when we played the Niners.
Yeah, it is.
No, we played them.
No, it was 2 years ago. We did have him 2 years ago.
We didn't have Byron 2 years ago.
I thought we did. We did have. We signed him 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember we got him in that.
The first thing Flores did.
Yep, we did. Yeah.
I don't know if I don't remember if he played that game, but I know.
Well, I know we were locking down their wide receivers because they're not speedsters.
No.
So we bumped and run and held a lot.
That's why I'm so intrigued by this when we play the Niners next week. Like I'm really.
I think that's a legitimate. That is a legitimate playoff game right there.
That's the game. Yep.
So you're saying this is a litmus test game against the Niners?
Yes.
Bro,
I agree.
Yes.
I think that
is it more of a litmus test versus the Niners than playing the Ravens or the Bills?
Yeah, no, not the Bills.
Not the second time.
Not the Bills the first time, the Bills the second time with the UCL maybe, but I think, the 49ers are starting to get hot, and they're starting to look like that team that out of nowhere goes to the NFC Championship. Now, whether they go to the Super Bowl or not, I don't know, but and also, if anyone's going to understand how to slow down our defense or have some kind of concept of it, you got to think it's people in that building.
So who do you think? So who do you think have the advantage going to that game? McDaniel or Shanahan?
McDaniel.
He's got the better quarterback, better weapons.
Because well, that too. But honestly, I think this is a matter of the reason why he was blocking him not, and this is the only guy he ever blocked to leave, right? You always hear that saying about the master never teaches the protege everything. I think he taught him everything.
He taught him everything.
and I think McDaniel taught him something. Bro, I've said this before. I said this, and I was ready to take the heat if I fell on his face this season, but I said all off season, we picked the brightest apple from the Shanahan tree. And I'm talking about Mike Shanahan, not Kyle Shanahan. Let me remind people of that. So that means I think he's going to be better than Kyle, bro.
I do too.
I think he's going to be better than McVay.
But it feels as though all the Kyle Shanahan disciples are better than him.
Think about this. All the innovations that came out of San Francisco, Mike McDaniel was the inventor of, not Kyle. Kyle's good at game planning.
Think about this one. Don't you get the sense that Mike found Mike Shanahan found Mike McDaniel, right? Don't you get the sense that Mike Shanahan said to his son, keep this kid around you. He's going to take you places. You know what I mean? You'll go places off my name and what you do as a coach yourself, but keep this kid around you as your secret. I feel like that's what it was.
Seems like it.
This was his secret weapon in his back pocket all the time.
Well,
it could be that Kyle's smart enough to know that Mike is smarter than him.
If y'all remember what was going on in week 3, week 4 of the season, that was after Tua had his 6 touchdown game. That was when we beat the Bills. And I was watching this 49ers beat writer and Grant Cohen, if anybody follow him.
Yeah, I know them. Yeah.
And he made a video saying, is Kyle Shanahan missing Mike McDaniel? Because they don't see the creativity in the run game or in the play concept.
Probably.
The motions. It just did it like the offense looked stale at the beginning of the first month of the season for the Niners. They started to pick up steam a little bit now. I think because of the pickup of CMC, it made it not look so much stale, but it's still
CMC helps.
It's still a stale concept. It's just that they got a better player there now. So, I mean, yeah, I think Mike McDaniel was that guy. He was the one. He was that savant that head coaches would love to have and hide him because we all know.
I'm not going to name names because I don't give clout, but there were actual platforms out here trying to convince our fan base that he was just another. They were playing clips that he was just another Adam Gase, just another Cam Cameron, and they were saying, "Look at how all these other people were labeled geniuses. See, he's just another one of these." And I kept telling people, "He's a real deal. He's a real deal." And now all these people, are, McDaniel, more McDaniel. You know what I mean?
See, that's so lazy because they had no idea. They didn't research him.
Yeah, we did the research on him.
All they had to do was put on some tape.
All the people out there, which interviewed him, how can you do that good?
Bro, when I saw that he was the one leading coaching conferences and the one doing all the teaching to the coaches, who have to then relay that to the players, then I know that man was at least a communicator.
That one video where
I'm going on record. I think you see is a comma after the bye.
I would love to see some easy.
I think you'll see him some point after the bye.
I think the telling tape was when he was sitting down talking to LaFleur and Shanahan, and they were both sitting there listening intently to what he was saying. That gives him credit. Exactly. Respect.
So imagine what he's saying to his players and how he's breaking things down and concepts down. Exactly. At least I knew he was a communicator. Now, the whole question was coming into the season was he a leader of men?
Right.
And I think that's been shut down so far.
And the way that he leads is so much different because he dissolves his own ego.
Exactly. Which is so refreshing. I mean, we talked about this. I mean, the last regime would have never admitted that they were wrong that quickly on Chase Edmonds and moved off. Exactly. They just wouldn't have. Bro, I'm telling you, with McDaniel, I mean, there is no ego. It's pure humbleness. It's such. And what's crazy is okay, we know McVay's a little cocky, but he's the same way. There's nothing but transparency with his players, and he gets it done, right? Like Pyro, what's going on, buddy?
What's good, everybody? What's good?
But think about where it's coming from last year. This stark difference too. It's like a perfect storm for this team, for the players who were around, because they had Flores and what we know his ego to be. Now, especially after everything's come out, versus what these players are experiencing with McDaniel, it was almost like a perfect storm how this came together and why it's meshing so well.
And that's why Tyreek Hill said that this trio of Tua, him, and McDaniel was meant to be. Like I honestly believe him when he says that. Like it was meant
Rice,
to
Montana,
be.
and Walsh.
If you watch what McDaniel makes the players accountable to the other players. He says, not to the coaching staff. He says your teammates are out there. You don't want to let them. He makes them accountable to each other.
Yeah,
that's one of the biggest differences I saw in him than any other coach.
Yep, and that's far more powerful than being accountable to some coach.
It's true. It's like you're playing for the guys next to you, not to make me look better in the coaching spotlight. You know what I mean?
Like it's like the band of brothers when they go to war. You know, they're fighting for the guy in the foxhole next to them. That's the key.
Can I just say one thing, man? When this guy got hired, the first thing he did was bring in coaches that knew exactly what the fuck they're doing. Instead of bringing people who just now
buddies from New England, yeah.
Yes, buddies from New England or guys who hasn't coached a day in their lives or somebody from high school.
Or even better, guys who aren't threats.
The coaches that wanted to be there.
He has brought people with experience, and hell, even if our offensive line coach has not coached a day in his life in the NFL, at least the fucking guy has some good high, experience, and he comes from a program that produces some good quality offensive linemen. So he does some fucking work.
He came from college. That's one step down.
Yeah, but it's not high school. You know what I'm saying?
I feel so sorry for the Texans tomorrow. Like it's not even talking ish. It's not even being cocky. It's just that we're just going to dog walk y'all tomorrow.
What's your score prediction, D1?
And it's not to be disrespectful. It's just that they're the ones that made us who we are today. The Tunsil trade made us what we are today. It wouldn't be right if we don't show y'all the fruits of y'all labor and why y'all been suffering as a franchise the last 3 years. We're gonna dog walk.
What's your score? What's your score prediction tomorrow?
Bro, I won 42-17.
Damn.
Yes.
Yo, do you remember when Flores fired Pat Flaherty, who had been like 30 years of offensive line coaching, just to hire his buddy, that Dave DeGellum, whatever the hell that guy's name is, because they were buddies at Boston College.
And they are both two good O-line coaches in the league.
But
with high reputation. And he was and wasn't Flaherty the one to tell him that Dieter wasn't ready?
Yeah.
And he fired him.
And that's why he got fired.
That's why he fired him.
Like,
but at least you didn't say that Trent Wirfs should have been a guard.
Yeah, that was last year, Lemuel Jean-Pierre.
Let's just give
okay,
my God, I do not miss that guy.
He's still in the room.
I know, but I don't got to listen to him.
Correctly now, because he's not a high.
Those press conferences last year were legendary.
Go ahead, Pyro.
I want to give Connor Williams some flowers, man, because the guy's playing, even though he has some high snaps, a couple of times, as a first time center at this level, he's playing pretty good, man.
Playing Pro Bowl level right now.
For me, the way I see his snapping thing, I don't even see it as a big issue anymore. I seen an all pro who've been all pro for many years do a high snap and it cost them points in the red zone with Jason Kelce. So shit,
I agree.
If Jason Kelce can make a mistake, why can't Connor Williams?
But I'm just
he's
saying,
getting better.
But Z-Man, I'm just saying, if I have to critique him, if I could critique one thing from his game, that'll be it. But so far he's been pretty good.
All right, I got to get going, but I'm gonna do a prediction. If we're not up 42-0 at the end of the third quarter, it's only because Mike McDaniel doesn't want to embarrass the other team. I'm telling you right now.
I think we'll run.
That's the only reason.
Let's.
I just want 4 touchdowns, or at least 3 touchdowns, so he can keep up with what it'd be 4 games with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I will at least one.
Let's go through final thoughts because I got to get out of here too. This is only supposed to be an hour, and it's like 2 hours.
I'll start it off.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm starting off. Reason. Hey, Maos, congrats on 10K. 10K, bro. Should have been 20K. Should have been already, but it is what it is. 10K is enough for now. But congratulations again. Hey, fellas, y'all have a good one. Have a good one. My prediction is 37-10. 37-10.
Yeah, give predictions too in your final thoughts, boys.
All right,
All right, fellas. All right, Reese, y'all be good now.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right.
Take it easy, brother. Stay
Take care,
blessed.
Q. Take care.
All right, Russell, now we'll go to you.
Russell.
Yeah, congrats. Well deserved. I agree. You should definitely have the most subscribers of any Dolphins YouTube content out there. If it was me, I would tell everybody to subscribe to you, like all of his videos, because this guy is fun and he really does know what the hell he's talking about because he does the work and he puts it in each and every day. And I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Second, I'm going to say it again. This team ain't losing another game. We're going 14-3. We're going to be fortunate this year. Good luck is going to go in our favor, and Kansas City is going to lose to Cincinnati, and we're going to steal that number 1 seed, and we're going to go to the Super Bowl. And we're either going to play the Eagles or we're going to play the 49ers, and I'm calling it now. As into tomorrow's game, 38-10, Miami, and we're going to end up seeing Skyler do some work in the fourth quarter. Fins up.
Attaboy, Russell.
James, any final thoughts?
I'm going to give a prediction about tomorrow. I think it's going to be 56-17.
Jeez.
I think Tua's going to throw another 6 touchdowns before he gets benched in the third quarter. I think we're going to run for 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
And we're going to break a lot of records tomorrow, and it's going to be with our backups in.
With a number like that, damn.
56-17.
Well, technically, he picked. Actually, it should be 70-17 because he had Tua throwing 6 and us running for 4.
Right. All right. Either we're going to run for 4 or Tua is going to throw for 6. But we're going to score 56. That's 8 touchdowns. So
I love it that we're at this point as fans, bro. I've
never seen anything like this since Dan Marino in '84. I've never seen anything like it. And you know what? Tua's playing on a more efficient level than any quarterback I've ever seen at this point. I mean, any quarterback. There's got to be a record out there somewhere.
Don't say that.
Hey, I'm not saying it can continue, but at this point, he is off the charts.
You're going to trigger some people. That's all.
It should improve.
I don't care. They're already triggered. They hate him. It's not going to change. If you can't change your mind after seeing the tape now, you're not a Dolphin fan, in my opinion.
Love
it. Dr. Draft, your final thoughts.
Congrats again one more time on the 10K reason.
Appreciate it.
Final thoughts. I'm looking forward to after the bye, see what this defense can do. Bradley Chubb fully immersed into the defense. The pressures from him and Phillips on the other side, I think, are going to really help out the secondary. And then for tomorrow's game, unfortunately, I'm not going to be as homer as everybody else. I think I'm going to be a little bit realistic and say 38-13. Somehow that's a little bit realistic around here, but fins up, man. I'm so excited for the second half of the season.
Fins up.
D1, your final thoughts, buddy.
Being the grandfather of Dolphins YouTube, I've seen a lot of Dolphins content creators come and go. And when I seen you and your material and the work you put in, all I could do was admire what you did. Congrats on your 10K, bro.
Appreciate
you. Deserve it.
And I want to shout out D1 because D1 is one of the realest out here too, man. If y'all only knew, like, D1 is as real as they come, man. And I just wanted to shout you out, bro, for like, and I mean this because we're not going to go into details, everyone, but the way you've had my back, bro, I appreciate you, dude. I really do. You're a good dude. One of the, he's in the inner circle. He has my phone number, so appreciate D1.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you,
Ron, your final thoughts, buddy.
Yeah, man. First of all, reason you get the best content out there. I've been a football fan for a long time, and I still get the ability to learn stuff watching your channel, which I appreciate 1,000%. Also appreciate you, providing a platform for us to come up and talk about the Dolphins. I mean, 20 years ago, I never would have had any inkling that you could do anything like this. But I'm just loving it right now as a Dolphin fan. This is the best team that I have seen since the 87 season. They're playing lights out, and I think, like I said, it's the tip of the iceberg. They're barely learning McDaniel's system. As far as this week's game, I'm hoping that we don't score that many, but I'm hoping to see them rely on the run. I want to see that running game really get into gear because that's what's going to carry us at the end of the season. We're going to need them we're going to need to rely on them either to keep them leading the fourth quarter or to keep the other offense off the field. And I think that we got to start developing that now and the confidence in it now that we can run it whenever we want to. So, fins up. I'm going to say 24-7, Dolphins.
Nice. Z-Man, your final thoughts, buddy.
A little bit low.
Thanks, Reason, for having me up to speed. Shout out to you for getting your 10K followers. It should have been a lot faster than it came, but you got here, and I'm proud of you, man. You've been through a lot. You went through a lot over the last 2 years. A lot of hell, boy. A lot of fight and a good fight, you know. So shout out to you. My prediction for tomorrow, the Tesla might only score 7 points, and we might put up 40. Yeah, 40-7. Yeah, around there. And fins up, and let's go Canes. Hopefully they can get a win tonight.
I don't think so, but all right.
Man, just to watch
how
Canes fans, it's been, man, so much hope heading into the season with Van Dyke, and to see where it's gone, eh? Crazy.
Man.
Daddy Dean, your final thoughts, buddy.
Nasty word.
Hey, Reason, thanks a lot for my son and I were well educated through your show throughout the years, and we really appreciate it. And you do deserve this 10,000K. I hope in the future that you get more subscribers. You know, punch that like button, everybody, and subscribe if you haven't. But my prediction for tomorrow's game is 42-10 Dolphins. And, I really appreciate all that you've done, Reason, personally. Thanks for all your help.
Hey, bro, thanks for always supporting, man. I appreciate you, Dean. You've definitely been one of the biggest supporters of the channel, man. I appreciate you.
Love it.
Pyro, your final thoughts.
Well, first of all, I just got to air out something real quick.
Oh, here we go.
These media heads, as soon as they have been dogging to it for 2 years, man. As soon as we get back on their ass, they up here, oh, the Dolphin fans are so toxic. Oh, these two fanatics and all that. It's like, shut the fuck up. You guys have been literally attacking our quarterback and us for 2 years straight for believing in this dude, man. I'm sorry. You get what you fucking deserve, to quote the Joker. And my prediction, I'm just going 37-13. Jay Sanders is going to miss 2 extra points. I'm being realistic.
All right.
Wow.
Because he's probably right too. That's what's crazy.
That's the sad part.
I'm gonna be back tomorrow, and we'll do the live reaction to the game, and then we'll do a post game after.
What's your prediction, Reason?
Open panel. I think the Dolphins are going to win 42-13. That's what I got them winning. I think they're gonna pump them. And
yeah, I feel that
guys,
too.
remember the giveaway. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if not already, and then after this video is posted, comment underneath, and then on December 5th, I'll be picking 3 winners, and we'll be doing the first giveaway, and then we'll be doing another giveaway around Christmas. I'll give out a ticket or 2 to a Dolphins game near the end of the season. All right, so we got 2 giveaways to celebrate 10K. The first one, just like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment after it's posted. But until tomorrow, I appreciate everyone for coming through. Truly humbled by the kind words, and here we go on to the next 10K. The grind doesn't stop, man. So, I mean, hey, we hit this a couple days ago and we had shows we had to do. So literally the grind don't stop. I appreciate y'all, and Dolphins, no Vaseline tomorrow. Just get it. Let's go, baby.
Fins up.
Fins
up, Reason.
Fins up. Congrats.